What? Me. We over what? Me. We over what? Me. We over what? Me. 100 on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I've been working hard, living by the grind, it's a law. The hustle more, so my people don't pay the cost of who I am. Every scar matching my flaws. What is fear? Knowing God pulling your cards. We're only scared of what we allow. I pray I never let you down. Coming from that bottom, all you know is get your rank up. Never had a lie, but life is really what you make her. Told to be a man, but they don't expect for us to say much. Heroes don't wear capes, I learned that from Uncle Ray Dell. And never let your pride be the reason you not here no more. You gotta stay alive for the ones who need you here the most. But I ain't say it easy, though I know that pressure weigh on me. But it made me stronger, so at times I'd rather stay and leave. The key to this is patience. Knowing that that'll take you far in life. Seeing where your faith is. Going up the edge, feel like flying kites. No time for distraction.
Jason.
Everything gonna be alright.
Peekaboo, peekaboo. Growing up without a father was my reality. It shaped who I am, but not in the way you might expect. This is my story. A story of father figures, mentors, and becoming the father I needed to be.
Hey, Coach, make sure you get me washing these bottles out, because Charlotte swear I'll never be washing these bottles. I'm gonna finish getting the diaper bag ready. So I want to capture this because, like, a big part of, like, my job, me and Charlotte split it. Like, so most of the time she get, like, the babies ready and stuff like that. And then I get, like, the diaper bag and Josh ready. Make sure I got the change of clothes, some bottles. Hey, Josh, come here. Do me a favor. Go grab 2 more pull-ups. I mean diapers for Jason. Out the white cabinet.
The first time you ever found out you were gonna be a father, what were your thoughts?
When I found out I was gonna be a father, I thought, oh crap. How am I gonna do this? I was in college, broke, busted, disgusted. So I thought, oh crap. Then I started thinking, I really want to be a good role model. Like I don't want my kid to grow up like I grew up, poor and without a father.
Where are we going? Where are we going?
A lot of places.
Now, sit down.
Stop! Don't do that. What I talk about setting a good example. Nala's gonna do what you do. So if you do that, she's gonna do it.
Mommy.
So a big part about when you think about just fatherhood in general is you're responsible for. The way I look at it is, and I don't know who I told this, but I don't care what my son be, football, basketball, architect, engineer, chef, whatever. I just want to instill certain values in him so that he can become who God is calling him to be. And that's my biggest thing. So a big part of, like, this summer we haven't really done it, but when he comes home, he has some type of structure. So learning, like, when you come home, one of the first things you should do is pray and read your Bible, read for 30 minutes. Monday is kind of like music Monday, so play the piano. Then it's chores, cleaning his bedroom. I mean the bathroom. Tuesday, pray. If you notice, every day it starts with what? Pray and read the Bible. And we haven't been doing, honestly, I haven't been doing a good job of enforcing this over the summer, you know. And if you notice, it says Joshua's growth chart designed for spiritual, academic, and social growth. A lot of parents, I feel like, focus on this. I want my kid to be successful. I want my kid to be whatever it is. But spiritual for me is the most important thing. Academic is important, but then the social growth, like what kind of person you're gonna be. You know, we have a thing, Josh. What is our thing? F3. What is faith, family, freedom? That's our family motto. Yeah. Hey, daddy's boy. Hey, daddy's boy. So this is the youngest of the Bovill clan, Jason Emmanuel Bovill. Jason was named after my brother, Jason, who passed away, and then my wife's brother, Clifton Emmanuel, who passed away. So in honor of that, we named him. Because it's the last one coming from the Bovill household. I'm going to put that on camera. No more. But look, Jason. Look. Look right there. Say hey. Say hey. And of course, you got Nala down here. She be jealous. Only person that got the right to really be jealous is Josh. Josh is the first one. He's the original. You the middle child. You don't run nothing around here, but it's the only girl though, so. So see y'all later.
You know, I love my father. And this documentary is not about a bash to him, because as I became a man, I learned that he had his own struggles, just like I have mine. And a lot of things wasn't his fault. His absence was like a shadow that followed me everywhere. I struggled, but it also taught me how to find strength in unexpected places. Strength in places I never thought I would find them. Another chance at life instead of leaving. I never questioned God, know it happened for a reason. Raised up in this house of pain. They wonder how you blossom. I grew up against the grain. Learn to brush off all my problems.
Growing up poor and without a father, who would you say were your role models?
My number one role model I've ever had is my brother David. I told this story to somebody at work the other day. I was talking to him about, because we're starting this boys mentoring program, and he asked me about, why am I so passionate about like getting the kids role models and stuff like that, and I started thinking about every way that I am as a father. It all started as a father, as a coach, as a teacher. It all started with how my brother David nurtured me and my siblings. So, for example, I have an entrepreneurial spirit in me because my brother is one of the first African Americans to own a business, like a brick and mortar business on the south side of Greenwood. He had his own rim shop, and in middle school, we would walk up there or I'd catch the bus over there and go help him run the shop or work at the counter and stuff like that. At a middle school, I didn't realize it at the time, but when I became older and I wanted to start my own business, I had that example already. When I got to high school, teachers told me I wasn't, basically said I wasn't smart enough to take college prep classes. I should take technical classes. My brother come home from the military and he's like, no, heck no. And he put this roadmap on my door. And the roadmap said, this is the classes that you take in 9th grade year, 10th grade year, 11th grade year, 12th grade year. He gave all those examples. And then when I think about how he nurtured me and my brother and my sister, for me, that was the epitome of what a father figure should be. So when you think about role models and father figures, my brother is the epitome of that for me. My first job, I used to walk up to this black dude stayed up here. He used to let me cut his grass. I just wish there was more outlets for kids to do and more things. Like this guy right here, he kept me out the streets. He didn't even know it because he let me cut his grass. He paid me $20 to cut his grass. I would cut it every Saturday morning. I just wish like towns like one thing about Greenwood, there was literally, it still is to this day, really there's nothing, absolutely nothing for kids to do. So the only thing we could do is fight, gangs, like, unless you had somebody that intentional, like I had people, older brothers that kept me out the streets, and I had like uncles and stuff that was like hard on me, and my aunts was hard on me, like they kept me out of the streets. But for a lot of kids that don't have some type of father figure, they're gonna run to the streets. Like, and it's not because they want to go to the streets. Most of these kids that go to the streets, they go to because they feel like the only option. a lot of times teachers forget the environment for which kids come from. So when you consider, and I'm not like making excuses for anything, just when you consider like the whole child, you consider the environment they come from, stuff like that. You walk down your street, you see graffiti and stuff like that. To you, that's not, like, I never looked at this as a kid as like, stuff like this to me was art. It wasn't destructive. So if I'm a kid and I'm drawing on a desk, if I'm a teacher, I'm not gonna say, oh, that kid's destructive, that kid's an artist. You know what I mean? This is art to me. Like, I know a lot of people say, oh, it's graffiti, it might be gang signs and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, it's art. And so little stuff like that is like, as a teacher, as an educator, when you're trying to like really reach and touch the kids' lives and stuff like that, a big, most important thing is understanding the environment for which those kids come from. Because when you understand the environment, you can kind of learn the kid more. And I was talking to this lady one time, and she was talking about how before you try to teach a kid, you got to reach a kid. So if you don't know a student, you can't really teach a student. Like if you don't know what that kid like or dislike or what that kid background is, you would never be able to really teach them. Because if I ask y'all now, or anybody that's watching this, or ask y'all recording it, like if I ask y'all, say, if you had a teacher that you just loved and a teacher you hated, which one you gonna do more work for? The one you like, the one you care for. Same thing with coaching, same thing with, football, basketball. If you run in a Fortune 500 company, if people know that you care about them and they like you, they'll do more for you. You see right here, that used to be a basketball goal right there. And I don't know, for whatever reason, they came and took it down. So kids, we'll be out here, you know how it is like, it'll be 30, 40 kids out here. We playing basketball, girls over there playing double dutch, doing all this different stuff. But when they took that basketball goal away, I kid you not, we had to find other stuff to do, right? When you took the basketball goal away, it was just like, it went from dudes playing ball and stuff like that to you find other stuff to do. How important you think it is? Like, even if it ain't a father?
Oh, nah, I say it's a father figure, but like at the same time, it's just having that big brother or that person that's just like, oh, boy, you ain't even got to be your father. It could be him, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it could be
for sure.
One of us out here. Shit, he could just be around me every day and tell me like, yo, little bro, don't do none of that, don't do that. It's just having that person above you and you know that's on the right track, you feel me? Telling you something, you just acknowledge it and just try to keep on going. But everybody have their mistakes and mess up in life.
For sure. For me, I stayed in 13A, and my mother, it was a speed bump right here. She'd sit on the porch, and we had a neighbor that stayed right there. My brother got shot. And I never forget, here's the thing. In America, for black boys, I'm just being real, it ain't fair for us. And it's a trap sometimes, and we got to figure out a way to get out of it. So one of the things I'm trying to do in my book is, it's called The Art of Reaching and Teaching Black Boys. Working with other teachers to teach them how to reach them, how to connect with them. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because reality is, you all know it, when you go to school, it's hard. You know what I mean? It's a battle just to try to be normal. Yeah. And so I'm trying to challenge that, trying to change that. And so I'm driving all over Greenwood today. My sister getting baptized. Y'all know Pastor Thomas?
Pastor Thomas, what about?
New Generation.
Oh, it used to be Pastor Scott.
Yeah. Yep.
I used to go to the church. I got baptized in that church.
You did? Mm-hmm. Y'all know Big Hoop?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm about to call him now and get up with him.
Good! Go! Let's go, come on, man! Let's go!
They can never knock you off your destination. Always move with purpose with no hesitation. Ready for whatever type of situation. Know I keep the power of that education. Where I'm from, we never get an invitation. Now we in the door, it's time for renovations. Gotta looking crazy, this a revelation. Now they see the power of that education. I came a long way from the projects. Making something out of nothing with no eyes.
Don't move, but you ain't moving. Go, all right, look. Go.
Making plays to get a meal back to the apartments. Fast money, but them schemes will never get you mama out. The hood love to eat your dreams, they chew them up and spit them out. Rather see you swallow pills instead of pride. Hate to see you pick a book up, rather see you sling
In and out with Mayday.
That's why it's so important to learn and expand your mind and be a student in a game where they
Look,
teach you more than
front
survival.
back.
It's a cold world. They told me
1, 10, 10. Now we stack it over top. Come over top. Over top. Stretch it all the way out. Front corner, stretch it all the way out. TJ, pay attention, because you're going to do it wrong. Right there. That's wrong. Listen, 10, 10, second out 12. Count them up. I come by, you don't catch your count, we're going to help. I tell a lot of kids now, they don't, like they forget what sport actually designed for. Sports is designed for a lot of life lessons. You know, a lot of life lessons, man. And that's the purpose, man. That's the purpose, bro.
That's what you teach them,
yeah.
Man.
Oh yeah.
Like this whole thing, I'm thinking about a lot of these boys. A lot of us ain't have a father figure.
Yeah, that's what I tell them, man. Listen.
Just a father,
Yes, man. Yes. I tell them all the time, bro. That and a big brother, like that. You know, when you knowing that, okay, if your parent telling you one thing, I'm telling you, you know, one thing, like, and then that team work together, like, they know they come and be like, man, bro, my mama, and I make it make sense to them. Because now I'm on both sides, that I make it make sense to them, man. Yeah. And that's the biggest thing, man. That's the biggest thing, you know, being that big brother like that, to make them understand, like, I was there. I felt just like you. Yeah. But my mama said, or my daddy said, you know, not to do this, or felt like this, or I felt like, you know, my mama was wrong. Mama ain't never wrong. You know, mama ain't never wrong. Even though she is, she ain't. So, you know, I have to make them understand that. Yeah, help them understand that.
Listen to my mama, man.
Yeah, that's it.
Father figure stepped in where my father just couldn't. They showed me what it meant to be a man, to be resilient, and to succeed. They showed me the things that I needed. They showed me how to fight. They showed me how to live. They showed me how to breathe. They showed me how to brush my hair. Showed me how to talk to girls. My father figures was my village.
This school right here is the epitome of why I became literally the core reason why I became a teacher. Because when my mother was at like the height of her addiction, like when it was the worst, I had a principal here named Mr. McClinton, Robert McClinton. He was my principal, and he's a short black dude, kind of chubby. He was real smooth or real cool dude, and that dude like helped me so much. Like every time I would come to school, I was sad, hungry, annoyed, no matter what it was. Like he was good. He was a good dude. So when I, graduated college, trying to figure out what I wanted to do, just all those different things, he kept playing in the back of my mind of like how he really like changed everything for me. And I didn't even realize when I was younger, but I just knew as I got older, the influence he had on my life. So, and that was at this school, Matthews Elementary. He was my principal. I actually got a funny story because I used to be a kid model. Y'all don't know that, did y'all? Yeah, you didn't know that, did y'all? I swear I was supposed to be in a commercial, and they paid my mother they was paying me, I think like $100 an hour when I was like his age. And Mr. McClinton was like the person who helped me who helped the newspaper get the article together and stuff like that. That's when when they asked me in the newspaper, what you want to be when you get older? And I said I wanted to discover a cure for AIDS. I don't know what I was thinking. And I said I wanted to be, what else was it? Teacher. No, I didn't say a teacher then. I forgot. I think I said I wanted to be like a drummer or something like that. But this school right here, and this school is shut down now, but I can tell you one thing. It looked about the same when I went here 20 years ago. Dang, that's crazy. You know you're getting older when you go down the stairs like that. Watch this. See, back in the day, I used to come downstairs like that. Just now, I came up, I came down like this. Like, I go down. Dang, this bring back memories. If it was for my brother David, I can promise you, I wouldn't be able to do anything I'm doing now. Like, cause he helped me figure out what classes to take in high school so I can go to college, all those different things. But one summer he came home from the Navy and he wanted to go fishing every single day in the heat like this. So we walked every day and we would climb this fence and we would go fishing every day in the hot sun for like 2 or 3 hours. You know how much we caught every day? About 2 fish, that was it. And my mother would be like, man, Josh, please, David just want to spend some time with you. And little did I know, like, when I would get older and, you know, life would get busier, I won't even have that enough time to spend with my brother like I want to. It was really hard for me was Friday night football games. My mom was always there and stuff, right? Mom, my cousin, stuff like that. But a lot of dads would, walking up the hill from the football games, they would take their son's helmet and shoulder pads. They would show them how to put the helmet through the shoulder pads, and they'll walk their sons off the football field. And I always remember just looking around like, dang, that's when that hit me the hardest of walking up that hill and not having somebody to be there for me in that moment. That's the hardest. I think that's the hardest time. Guys, it's the little stuff that makes a big difference. It's the little stuff that makes a big difference. You can't turn off on and off greatness. You can't turn off effort on effort. Do we all understand that? Yes, sir. In life, you're going to have adversity for the rest of your life. Bad things are going to happen. How are you going to choose to respond? Repeat after me. The time is now. The time is now. The time is now.
They have my back against the wall again, it ain't no surprise. No, you're taking everything away from me, don't know what it implies. But I won't fall, cause out of nothing, no, I always find a way. Never stressing, I know God testing my faith. Against all lies, the best way that I learned. And it ain't worth the time if it ain't earned. Had to switch the gears, figured out what I was grinding for. Know it took some years with the way that I was climbing up. Talking to my peers, trying to figure what my problem was. I'm too deep in it for me to just fall in love right now. They've been waiting on us to cry and shout. Throwing rocks, hiding their hands from me. Hate to see me up on top now. Try to call my closest foes when I felt the word. Never got a call back, cause they weren't concerned. I ain't tripping and so they know that I won't give up. Every day using my faith, I can't count on love. They got my back against the wall again, it ain't no surprise. No, you're taking everything away from me, don't know what it implies. But I won't fall, cause out of nothing, no, I always find a way. Never stressing, I know God testing my faith. Against all lies, the best way that I learned. And it ain't worth the time if it ain't earned.
As you watch this documentary, as you read The Ultimate Guide to Teaching and Reaching Black Boys, and as you experience the album, Father Figure, I want you to think of one word. And that one word is empathy. If I can summarize this entire project into one word or 2 words, it would be the Empathy Project. Because it was designed and inspired by a conversation I had with a colleague who I respected and loved to this day, who, with good intent, she said to me, Mr. Bovill, I love this student, but I cannot reach or teach this student the way that you can because I'm not black. And I'm not from the type of neighborhood that that student is from. And while it was with good intent, it reminded me that if me, little black boy who grew up in the hood, south side of Greenwood, South Carolina, with 2 parents battling drug addiction, if I can reach those little white boys or little white girls from the suburbs, then you, white teachers, you can reach me too. Because when I think about the teachers that had the most impact on me, 2 of them were white. Others were black. And it's not about the color of your skin. It's about your commitment to that kid. So when you watch the documentary and you listen to the album and you read the book, there's one call of action that I want you to take with you and you go into the world and you go into those schools with. It's we have to be vigilant around the holistic needs of black boys. And if there's one thing that I can say, take this and do it now, it's find a way to either be a father figure, in other words, a mentor for black boys, or create the infrastructure for a high-functioning mentorship program for black boys. Because if it wasn't for father figures, like my Uncle Charlie, like my brother David, like my big brother James, like my Uncle Herman, like my Uncle Ken, like my cousin Reggie, like Coach Tommy, like Mr. Robertson, like Mr. McClinton. I can go on and on and on, like Pastor Thomas. If it wasn't for the father figures, you'd have never seen this documentary. You'd have never read the book, The Ultimate Guide to Teaching and Reaching Black Boys. And you'd have never listened to the album, Father Figure. Because I can promise you this, without those mentors, without those father figures, I will be dead or in jail. Father figure.
Nala, what's it like being my daughter?
It's the best.
Josh, what's it like being my son?
It's the best.
Jason, come here. Hey, Jay, man. Hey, watch this. What's it like being my son? Good job. All right, everybody say bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
All right, say play the song.
Play song.
Play the song.
Play song.
Say play the song.
ABC.
Nala, say play the song.
ABC.
Nala, say play the song, bro.
Do y'all know what percentage of high school athletes will play, like high school football players will play college football after high school across the nation? Like 2%. So never to shoot down a kid's dream, but I coach you, like my philosophy has always been, okay, you got athletics, but what else do you got? Look at this kid. When I look at this kid, here's what I see. I see a kid that when I was 6 years old, at 6 years old, I carried my 8-year-old brother down 2 flights of stairs after he shot in the back of my head. I see a 6-year-old boy that will cry and look out the window, wondering when is my mom or when is my father coming home, and they both battle brothers. When I look in that kid's eyes, I see pain, I see emotion. I see a kid that will one day become something successful. But in this picture, that kid finished his 8th grade year and fell from school because my brother and I got into a fight where a school police officer ended up on the ground. When I look at that kid, I misbehaved in school because I didn't believe I could do the work. When I look at that kid, I often have to remind myself that I am. You are somebody.
Sacrificing every bone inside me to the last beat.